Let's bring in the one and only Ian Begley here, Han Humpty, Canty, and everybody, 98.7 ESPN. Ian, you and I were texting last night. How surprised are you that this went down in the middle of the night? Because it didn't seem like you had any idea at midnight last night.
I didn't think this was going to happen as soon as it did. I didn't think it was going to happen 3 or 4 days before free agency. This is odd timing, but it just speaks to where we are with the Knicks right now and where we are with Jim Dolan and Phil Jackson and Carmelo and Kristaps. It's messy, and when it's as messy as it has been with the situation in New York, you get messy endings, and that's where we are this morning.
Definitely not a happy ending. Bagels, this is what I want to know. As far as, we're hearing now that this could possibly due to the fact that, Phil wants Melo to be bought out. Jim Dolan saying, no, we're not going to buy out Melo. Isn't that a conversation you have before the draft, before you allow the guy to make the pick of Frenchie Frank with the 8th overall pick?
I think all along the Knicks were hoping to trade Carmelo, and I think Phil got to a point where he realized the trade was not going to happen the way he hoped it would, so he wanted to broach the idea of a buyout, and clearly, Jim Dolan was not willing to write a check for upwards of $50 million, and I think that was an impasse that both guys felt that they couldn't get through. So, yeah, in a perfect world, yes, you fire Phil before the draft so someone else makes this pick. But I think going into the draft, Phil was confident, and he was expressing confidence about how he could turn this thing around, his vision for the franchise, which did not include Carmelo Anthony. And I think the Carmelo stalemate ultimately ended up really hurting Phil in the eyes of Jim Dolan. Jim just not seeing a way going forward for this franchise.
Ian, I guess, are we done with the triangle? Is it now Jeff Hornacek, you run whatever offense you want to run, and we're not going to get any meddling from above?
That's the expectation, is Jeff will get to run the offense that he wants, the offense that helped the Knicks get off to a 14-10 start, and the offense that the players were having fun running. And it's also the offense, coincidentally, that Derek Fisher wanted to implement before he got fired by Phil Jackson. So, yes, Jeff will have the freedom to do things as he sees fit, a freedom that he did not have under Phil Jackson.